Hey guys, welcome back to my channel today. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a quick little Sephora hits and misses video. These videos are the types of videos that I do after I've done a Sephora haul and I've been testing some products out thoroughly. I then follow up with you guys in these types of videos as to which things are actually worth purchasing and which you should definitely skip on. I do have a lot of interesting products today. I do have a couple misses that might be surprising, and I also have some hits that I really like. So let's get right on into this video. The first product that is a hit for me is actually the new Fenty Beauty Hydrating Foundation. This is one, you guys, that I feel like makes the skin look amazing. It's definitely hydrating. I think that this foundation will be ideal for normal to dry skin types. I am normal myself and I do really like it too. I don't think that it gets too oily on me or anything. If you are oily though, you might have to set it a little bit more often. But this is one that feels amazing on the skin. It's nice and soft, lightweight. It does have a true medium coverage to it as well, and I feel like the application is amazing. It can be built up in places that you want it to be built up. It's a really nice product for sure. I am really happy I like this one because I was not a fan of her first release. So this is one that I'm really excited to play more with, but so far so good. Every single time my face has looked amazing. The next hit is one that I'm super excited about as well, and this is the new bronzer from Lawless. The color that I picked up is called Golden Hour, although it's not on the compact at all. I don't know if I just had a sticker that was supposed to be on the back, but it doesn't have the shade on this. So that kind of sucks, but I do know it's called Golden Hour because I just purchased it recently. But the compact reminds me of the Ofra Cosmetics compact. It's like a white matte kind of plastic, and on the inside you have a fairly large pan of the bronzer itself. And this is actually a golden bronzer, so it does have a bit of a goldenness to it. It's very natural. It is the bronzer I am wearing today, and this is one, you guys, that I feel like is kind of foolproof, which I really, really like. I ended up picking this one up like my first use with my Marc Jacobs The Bronze brush. It's a fairly large brush and I picked up quite a bit of pigment, but I was able to actually blend it out onto the skin beautifully. So it does give you quite a bit of give when it comes to blending this product out. Sometimes you have bronzers where you put it on your skin and you put way too much and literally it's a streak and you cannot get it off unless you just wipe your whole base off again. But this is one that actually gives you some wiggle room, which I do like, and it's a gorgeous color. I think for my complexion, I'm about a light complexion, I would say. I think it's nice and natural. I feel like it's just a gorgeous sun-kissed glow. This one doesn't have a scent at all, so if that's important to you, then that's also to make note of. I'm going to actually show you just a quick swatch on my hand, but very, very nice and lightweight. This is what we've got here for swatch. That's actually a few swipes, so it gets built up to be this dark, but like I said, you can definitely blend it out to make it lighter. You can amp it up a little bit. There's also another shade in this, which is for deeper skin tones as well, that's just as gorgeous, so this is definitely a hit. Okay, now let's get to my first, I would say hit slash miss, and the reason for that is because it really just depends on what reason you are buying these products for. I do have two in this category that I'm kind of like, it depends. So the first one you'll be very surprised by. This is the Tatcha The Silk Peony Eye Cream, and I would say this is a hit if you are looking for some slight hydration, some slight brightness as well, but there are some heavy cons with this one as well. If you are looking for something that is incredibly brightening, you won't get that. Incredibly hydrating, you definitely won't get that. I do think that the difference for the under eye area after using this, in my opinion, again, in my opinion, it is slight. I don't think that it is worth the crazy price tag that it is because of that. It does wear beautifully under makeup, I will give it that. It doesn't crease or crumble or do anything weird under the eye. It does have a little bit of like a brightening effect to it. You also don't need a lot, so it's not going to pick up on my camera, but it is a little bit like a slight iridescentness to it to kind of bring more brightness and light to the under eye. And it does have that melting component, which they do advertise like it's a melting balm, and it is. It doesn't leave your under eye greasy or like tacky or anything like that, so that's really gorgeous. But to be quite honest with you, the impact I saw underneath my own eyes, and granted, I don't even have insanely dark circles or insanely dry under eye. Like that is not an issue that I personally battle with, and I feel like it's very slight when it comes to difference, and this guy is expensive. So I'm still going to continue to use this up. I do not think I would personally repurchase it. I wanted to let you guys know that that's kind of my experience with it. If you want some slight hydrating effects and some slight brightening and you don't have those major concerns, this is definitely going to be a good option. But if you have, like, if that's literally the sole reason why you're buying this, you might be disappointed. This next item is also kind of in a hit/miss category, and this is the Ole Henriksen Transform Plus Fat Glow Facial. And this one, okay, this one has PHAs in it. It's supposed to be similar to an AHA, like it's supposed to be an exfoliant that way, like a gentle exfoliant, more gentle than an AHA, according to Ole Henriksen. It also has Nordic birch sap, which I have no idea what that works for in the skin, if I'm honest. I'm just going to be totally honest. I don't know if that makes it better or worse for the skin. So that is something I should probably look up. But what I will say when it comes to me testing it is that this is another one where it really depends on what you are buying this for. If you are wanting kind of like a gentle exfoliation, this is one for me that didn't tingle my skin. Somebody said that this is like a dupe for the Drunk Elephant Baby Facial, and I would say that's wrong. I do think this one is not as effective as the Baby Facial. This one does very, very subtle exfoliation, which is good if you have sensitive skin, for instance, or if you just want something lightweight. The Baby Facial will do more of that impact for you though, versus this guy. So the Baby Facial I still think is probably a bit of a better buy. This one though gives you that slight glow after you are done with it, which I do like too. So it makes your skin look nice and glowy, although it is fairly tacky after the facial as well. So those are kind of some of the pros, but the cons are the tackiness for sure. The fact that the glowiness is just subtle, I do think with more and more use, you'll probably get a little bit more glowiness to it, and I don't think that the PHAs are going to be strong enough for what this claims to do. It does say that it's supposed to lighten scars and stuff. I've been using this for about a week or so. Haven't noticed anything yet, like definitely zilcho nothing. So it could be that it'll be very subtle, but I still am a firm believer in, like, if you have really, really deep marks, you'll have to kind of wait maybe months on months in order for a product like this, especially over the counter, to really do anything when it comes to lightening. You know, like a vitamin C serum, for instance, you might have to get something prescription grade if you really have a deep set scar or a mark, but this will probably do some lightening of the skin, but it will probably take a number of weeks to do so. So it just depends on what you're after. All right, let's get to my first miss, and this is so heartbreaking, you guys, but this is definitely a miss. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Longwear Foundation. The shade that I picked up is number 3 Cool, and this is actually supposed to be my exact match according to her foundation finder. This, you guys, was so disappointing, and not for the reasons I thought it would be, actually. So I did talk about this on my channel a couple of times. I was a little worried that it was going to be a little bit too full coverage for me because it is a full coverage foundation. I knew that going in, so that I didn't actually factor into my review because I knew that my personal preference is a medium coverage, but I'm not going to fault it for being a full coverage because it is. How it applies, it actually dries down pretty quickly. You do have to really beat your face to put it into your skin. With a beauty blender, with a brush, same type of idea. It is full coverage, but I do think that it's really hard to shear this one out as well because of how fast drying it is. So if you're wanting to kind of shear it down with a beauty blender, for instance, it's a little bit difficult to do that. It actually kind of feels like paste, like it's very full coverage. It just feels like paste kind of going onto your skin, almost like it's literally going to cover everything, which is what you want out of a full coverage, but it almost is too full coverage. Maybe, if that kind of makes sense. Now, how this wears, oh my word. I literally had this on for 3 hours and it was already getting super oily and super slick on my skin, and I'm a normal skin type. So I really can't imagine those with oily skin that are going to be using this. I think you're going to slick up really quickly. And the fact that it was breaking down in my like pore area, like right in here and in my nose, like really, really fast. Probably within 4 hours or so, I could definitely see everything being accentuated. And yeah, I mean, for a flawless airbrush finish, It was kind of making me look a little worse than what I probably would look like without makeup at all. Let's talk about my next hit, you guys. I'm super happy to report my findings on this one, or my experience. This is the Holy Grail hair stuff I've been using lately, and they're both from Olaplex. The first one is the Bonding Oil. The second one is the Bond Smoother. This is a cream, actually. I do use these together, and my hair feels amazing after using it. It is such a good dream team. I love this combination. You really don't need a lot. I have long, thick hair, and as you can see, it looks like I barely touched the oil, but I actually have used it for a number of days now, and I've just loved the result. My hair just feels soft, lightweight. It is not frizzy at all. It extends my style as well. Like if I want my hair straight, it keeps it straighter longer. The frizz has been significantly decreased, and I feel like my ends are hydrated, not dry and like hard feeling. They're just beautiful. I feel like it's like silky hair. So both of these together is amazing, but if you had to pick between them, I think, that's gonna be so hard. I would say the oil. If you had to pick between them, I would say the oil is slightly better, but you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with either. I do think you'll get some similar results with the cream, like alone, but the two of them together, holy Dinah, this is a dream team, I'm telling you. I'm gonna end this video with a miss. Normally I don't end it with a negative, but we're gonna talk about this because this is so disappointing. I was so sad. This one, as you guys know, I was super excited to haul because of the collaboration and the fact that it's got such cute packaging, and this is the IT Cosmetics Lash Blowout Mascara. Now, oh my goodness, I have so much to say about this. The review online for this is insane. People seem to love it on Sephora, but what I've also noticed is that a lot of people have got this for free from Influenster or a site like that, and they're reporting on the Sephora website their review and their thoughts. Well, for me, I do have a very different opinion than some of those people. This one comes out very clumpy on my lashes. It's also very sticky. It's very hard to remove at the end of the night, and it makes my eyelashes look clumpy and like spider legs. It doesn't really do much for them either. It doesn't thicken or volumize or anything. It kind of leaves black clumps. So either I have a very, very faulty one, which could be very possible, or this is not something that people are telling you that it is. The wand is also very bendy, and I did talk about that in my haul as well. But for some reason, it doesn't help the matter at all. Like, it doesn't seem to make the application process any easier because it is kind of like flimsy as you're applying it to the lashes. This to me is, I would say, the least important aspect of everything. My findings of the fact that it's clumpy and sticky and hard to remove is definitely much more important. I was so sad that this one was a miss because I love the fact that they collaborated with a hair company that's really cool, very different and innovative, and I love Drybar. There's a lot of products I love from them, and it's just so cute. It looks like one of their roller brushes, but it's not worth it, you guys. I hate to report it, but it's true. This will make your lashes look nasty, and if you do have a better experience with this, please let me know down below, because if I am the lone wolf in this, then maybe I got a faulty one. You never know. One last thing before I go, you guys, if you haven't tried the pumpkin cold brew cream drink, I think I'm saying that wrong. Oh my word, it's so good. This looks like disgusting on the camera. It kind of looks like puke. But they put some gorgeous sweet cream on this, and there's cold brew. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. The best fall drink at Starbucks right now. Definitely check it out. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, you guys. I hope all of this information was helpful for you. And until my next video, take care. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, guys.
You and me, everything that we've been through has made us strong. You won't believe we've had our gray, but somewhere there's a light inside of us. It shows the way.